Hello dear friends, your boy is still sick so I'm here. Today I am doing round 15 predictions on his behalf. We have a big weekend of football. All top 8 sides facing off against each other. It begins on Thursday night between Melbourne and Brisbane. I'm intrigued to see how Melbourne bounce back, obviously poor loss against the Pies and seeking redemption. The Lions beat St Kilda after a slow start to their match. No Max Gawn for Melbourne. May should be returning, so that'll be huge for backline structure. There has to be a response from Melbourne, and whilst Brisbane will be a huge challenge, Melbourne hold a better record at the home of football, and surely 4 points has to be picked up here. Melbourne to win. Friday night is the Dogs and the Hawks. The Doggies beat the Giants in a high-scoring match. Waitman had a huge first half, the goals were shared around, and Macrae was prolific. The Dogs could have given in at various stages the other night, but their attacking prowess was brilliant. English could be argued as the #1 ruck in the league right now. We'll be missing this one with concussion though. The Hawks fresh off the bye got surprisingly close against Freo in Perth. They've had some stinkers prior to that, such as getting flogged in Darwin by the Suns and handing the Pies a win via a late charge. They'll get some valuable additions in Lewis and Gunston this week. I'd suspect the Dogs win given their decent record at Marvel and in their better record overall. Lachie Hunter and Josh Bruce are in with a sniff for senior selection as well. Hawthorn are inconsistent as hell. Then again, the Dogs could surprise me yet again and choke a game that has 4 points written all over it. At least, a game they should take. Other Friday game is West Coast Essendon. A week ago this looked dire. Now it looks intriguing. West Coast got a wealth of experience back last week and competed against Geelong. Ultimately, just had something missing, and look, it points towards a few positives and potentially a win on the horizon. Essendon played a brand of footy foreign to them last week. Quick ball movement, fearlessness and a serious threat about them. Could be getting some more reinforcements on the way. Outworked the Saints and had a scoring output uncommon to them this season. Tough one to pick, but West Coast's game last week had me thinking that a win could be very possible, so I'll go them. Another tough game to tip on Saturday. Carlton take on Fremantle. Carlton loses last week. Another incomplete performance. Left their run late. Was a game that wasn't spectator friendly. Fremantle had a week off, have a healthy list and were flying high prior to the bye. Carlton won their home fixtures against this side last year, but it's a different Fremantle. Lost to them earlier this year, and I can see it happening again. Their injury curse begs the question. Who are their key backs? I think that alone could be their downfall this week. Regardless, Fremantle look a class above, and I back them in for a victory. Carlton then again have responded after facing adversity. Who knows? Football's a strange game. Geelong-Richmond at the G on Saturday twilight. Geelong quietly did the job against West Coast last weekend. Not convincing, but still the 4 points. Richmond looked strong out the gates against Carlton. Bolton is a treat to watch. They had some players deliver in key moments last week. I am convinced that both these sides are being slept on by the AFL community. Could seriously push for some great September form. Incredibly tough to pick, but Geelong keep on keeping on, and I'm sold they'll do what they need to do again. Next up is Sydney St Kilda, and are the Saints for real? Another loss which makes people doubt them. The Swans also conceded 4 points last week to the Power. Pretty flat performance. Their third quarter was atrocious. No hands on the footy. An absolute onslaught of goals for the Power. Game over right there. And against a side without Trav Boak. Man. This one's at the SCG, and it's incredibly tough to back the Saints given the lethargic performance they showed off against the Dons. Jack Steele this week will be a huge inclusion in the middle for them. Having said that, I'm not sold that'll make a difference, and Sydney have beaten some good sides over the course of the season. They'll do it again. North versus Adelaide. Interesting. Adelaide had some good moments against the Suns, but just gave in the closing stages. North Melbourne didn't lose last weekend, so that's a good thing. Bad thing is they didn't play. Ouch. Think the Crows will get up here. North I think have taken the mantle of the worst team in the league. They had Taron Thomas running around in the reserves last time out. You know your football club's in strife when that's happening. Having said that, they'll be getting some key pillars in Zurhaar and McKay potentially. I'd like to think North win one, and I'd give them a chance this week. Having said that, their form is awful and it's hard to discount that. Therefore, Adelaide will win. Collingwood versus GWS will be a brilliant game. Collingwood are flying, scorching hot. They've had some off-field controversy this week. I don't think that'll impact their on-field performance. The Giants are much improved, and whilst they lost last week, they ran with a Bulldogs outfit that played their best football and got some very good performances from their players. I would have gone the Giants, however the Pies are playing a great brand of footy. Dicos really has found his footing in the AFL with some match-winner performances on the big stage, and Mason Cox potentially could be poised for another big game with the Giants' crisis regarding their tools. Pies to win. Last game in Adelaide for the Suns and the Power. The Suns have a winning record. Repeat, the Suns have a winning record. Amazing stuff, good footy by them. Took the time to watch their game on Sunday. Midfield looked great, even without Miller having a standout performance. Chol looked great. Ainsworth is getting extremely involved. It's a pity they can't stay out of the injury bug. Boy, was that Powell injury nasty. The Power beat Sydney last week, and credit to them. Was severely doubting them. Lost Boak Pryor, lost Butters mid-game. One rotation down. They dug in. Rosie and Wines were huge. Even Dewsma as medical sub was influential. They need another performance like that to win this game. The Suns are no joke. I'll back the Power because of home advantage and last week's performance, but if the Suns win this, we need to be serious about them. Thanks for watching, it's been a pleasure. Your boy will be back with his voice soon. Have a great day, and so long, dear friends.